Hey, this is Badu from Brookdale Toyota. Now I'm going to talk to you about our 2017 Toyota Highlander Hybrid. For this model year, Toyota made a few changes here. Around the front end here, we're going to notice different headlights. We'll also have our new LED tail lights. They redesigned the grille a little bit, make it a little sharper look to it, I think. More importantly, Toyota keeps our hybrid system but adds a 3.5-liter V6 with now direct and port injection, and now this allows us to get a total hybrid system horsepower rating of 306. So a very powerful vehicle that gives me excellent fuel mileage. So the only hybrid in its class will give me a combined 28 miles per gallon between city and freeway driving. So excellent fuel mileage without sacrificing the power. Now Toyota also added a little bit more in the content by giving us the Hybrid LE along with the XLE and the limited packages. So based on the level of equipment you're looking for, we can find one that will definitely suit your needs. Now, in keeping with the Highlander, you're going to find these really nice wheels. So I love this. For the limited, Toyota really stepped up their game here, so a really sharp look to those wheels. Now, they did not forget the reasons why we buy these, right? These are family vehicles. We use them to haul people, and take a look at this interior. All the things we've really loved about the Highlanders are still here. That nice shelf that allows us to kind of throw our keys, phones and so on, just keep them out of the cup holder. Those beautiful leather seats with the heated and ventilated seats on this particular level here. Now take a look at the second row here. You have options of 7 or 8 passengers. In this particular one, it's my 7-passenger seating with the 2 buckets that can be moved about individually. And all these here have up to 3 seats in the back for a true 7 or 8 passenger again. Now while we're on the back here, at a push of a button, we can pop the glass open. So if you wanted to just toss a couple of items in here really quick, but if you need to open the whole gate, on a lot of these models, it's fully automated. So at the push of a button, it pops up, and it is programmable, so I can have it stop anywhere in between. Now let's just see how nice this interior is, right? Now, we have a split to the seats, and one of these accessories that we really love about this vehicle is the fact that our mats here can be attached to the back of the seat and can fold. So while I have items in here, I can have somebody sitting here, something that may spill and still stays within the mat itself. Now, I'm going to show you a few more things on the inside, and we'll talk a little bit more about the hybrids. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the hybrid technology here. Toyota's been building hybrids since 1996, and they came to the US in 2000. And it's the same principle that's being applied to these Highlanders here. And again, it's not a new model. We've had it since the last generation. Since a couple of generations ago, we've had Highlander hybrids. Now, what it is just a gas engine, an electric motor, battery pack that can work together separately based on what the different load conditions are. So when I'm alone in the car and just tooling around the parking lot, it can shut off the gas engine. While I'm waiting at the light, it definitely will in most cases. And when I need extra power, all these sources are going to kick in to help me accelerate on the freeway. So that's why, again, this particular one has slightly more horsepower than the regular gas engine, all the while giving me even better gas mileage. So really no sacrifices there. Now we are on the inside of a limited platinum model, and I can tell because it has my panoramic moonroof here, and this thing is just huge. It allows a lot of light in, and your passengers are definitely going to appreciate that too. Now typical controls for the moonroof and so on are all here, along with my garage door opener and the safety connect. This allows me to connect to a live operator at a push of a button, and that'll come on the line too if my airbag's deployed and so on. Toyota has that service for free for 1 year, and if you want to extend it beyond that, you sure can. Over here we have our auto dimming mirror with the on and off switch. But if we look a little further down here, a couple of new things that Toyota's added. Now this may sound silly to some, but back here we can actually tell which of our seat belts, which of our rear occupants have their seat belts on. So when the red light is on, that particular position is not using their seat belt. So for kids, it's kind of nice to be able to tell a little bit what's going on. In here we have our 8-inch touchscreen. It's a little bit smaller in some of the entry-level models, but gives us a ton of information. As you can see here, our typical home screen where we can customize it and have navigation, our radio, as well as weather showing right on the screen. Again, big buttons to make adjustments on the fly without having to spend too much time trying to figure it out. Our dual climate control here is impressive. Same big buttons, really easy to read display. and all the controls here for the front and the rear that we ever need. And right below that, this shelf that I mentioned outside, along with a pass-through where we can run the cables to get into our auxiliary ports. Now, speaking of these auxiliary ports for 2017, Toyota's added 4 new 2.1 amp USB plugs. And we all know with these bigger phones as well as these tablets, you're going to be able to charge up to 5 devices in the car with USB and still have the other power ports as well. So definitely no one will feel left out. The hybrid models also going to have a couple of different drive modes to them. So I can have it in EV, which stands for electric vehicle, trying to take the gas engine out of it as much as possible for low-speed driving. Eco mode will shut down the extremes for heating and cooling and allow me to get to put less of a load on the compressor. It also cuts down the aggressiveness of the throttle, and we have a power normal mode that will give me a little bit more power. Now, our transmission here is just like in all of our hybrids here, the continuously variable transmission, which Toyota does extremely well. It has a Shiftronic mode that allows me to shift through some simulated gears if I want to. And being a Platinum here, this one has my heated and ventilated front seats as well, which is really awesome. Now, I'm going to show you a couple more things here behind in the gauges here. So a lot of information we can get from when my vehicle is charging the batteries and how much of my electric power I'm using along with my speed. But if you watch that middle screen here, it really has a lot of different information that the vehicle can show. Now, starting from a couple of things I want to point to here. This one here, our energy monitor screen, tells me where the power is coming from going to. As I'm driving, arrows are going to go from the engine or the battery pack and so on, letting me know what's happening. This sway warning here, it will come on if the vehicle notices that I'm all over the road. So this vehicle is equipped with our Toyota Safety Sense, and it has the ability to kind of warn me if I'm drifting out of my lane or even redirect me to the center of the lane. But if it does that too often, it will come on and tell me that, hey, it may be time for me to kind of take a break. The typical navigation controls are going to be seen here. I can tell my radio stations, obviously, and this particular one here is going to allow me to see, again, my lane departure warning and so on straight on the screen, along with controlling my radar cruise control. So a lot of information. You can kind of pick and choose from all these different screens which one you want to see, and it's all very, very accessible from the steering wheel here. So if you are in the market for an SUV, for a family vehicle that gets gas mileage that's dangerously close to what these sedans will get, and still give you all-wheel drive, the ability to sit up higher and so on, carry up to 8 people, you have to come take a look at this new Highlander hybrid. Again, this is Badu from Brookdale Toyota. I thank you for watching.